אחד, אחד. אחד. אחד, אחד. אחד, אחד. אחד, שתיים.
בוא תשמע פה, תראה, הנה עכשיו אני אעשה ותראה אם אתה שומע אותי.
אחת, אחת, אחת.
תודה רבה.
אני שמעתי אבל נמוך נראה לי.
אחד, 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 אחד. אחת, 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 אחת.
עד עכשיו בסדרה, איך זה בשבילך לעשות את זה, איך זה קל, זה קשה, איך אתה לוקח כל החבילה?
קודם כל אני אגיד שזאק, כששיחקתי נגדו, לא אהבתי לשחק נגדו. אז זה בעיקר שחקנים שאני אוהב שהם איתי. אני חושב שזאק שחקן כדורסל מצוין, עם הרבה מאוד ניסיון. הוא מביא לנו איזה משהו שאין לנו. הסט יכולות שלו לאו דווקא מתאים באופן מאוד ספציפי לדרך שבה אנחנו משחקים. תמיד אנחנו מדברים שבתחילת עונה לוקח, לא יודע, לקבוצות שלי, ונראה לי שאני לא המאמן היחידי, שלוקח כמה חודשים כדי להבין מה עושים. היום אני מרגיש, מעבר לזה שאני מאוד מעריך אותו ואוהב אותו, ואוהב את האנרגיות שלו ואת החיוביות שלו, אני חושב שהיום הוא מרגיש גם יותר נוח בשיטה שלנו ויודע בדיוק מה רוצים, אז אנחנו מאוד מאוד סומכים עליו. וזה מאפשר לנו גם אפילו כמה דקות, גם בחצי גמר וגם בגמר, לשחק עם שני גבוהים ולקבל עוד כמה מבטים אחרים מרומן שהתרגלנו אולי בשנים קודמות.
ברכות על הניצחון. יש לך תיאור לג'ון דיברטולומיאו, בגלל שכל פעם בדרבי נראה שהוא איכשהו, גם שהמספרים שלו לא גדולים, הוא קולע איזה סטייל שפשוט מעיף את הקבוצה למעלה.
אני חושב שנגמרו המילים באמת לגבי ג'ון. ג'ון הוא הלב שלנו, הוא הקפטן שלנו, הוא אדיר עבורנו. אין לי, אתם יודעים כמה אני אוהב את ג'ון, אז כל מילה אני מסכים, הוא פשוט יוצא מן הכלל.
ג'יילן הורד היום הגיע לזריקות המצוינות שלו בחצאי מרחק, בסיבוב, בצבע. איך זה באמת לראות אותו ככה מתפתח התקפית, אחרי שכל העונה הוא אדיר הגנתית, בפלייאוף הזה הוא אדיר התקפית גם, בנוסף להגנה המצוינת שהוא מביא. איך אתה מביא אותו למצבים האלה של הזריקה מחצי מרחק שהוא אוהב, בריבאונד עם כל המלחמה שלו, איך זה באמת, איך זה להביא שחקנה לרמה הזאת?
אז קודם כל ג'יילן אדיר עבורנו, אתם יודעים כמה אנחנו אוהבים את ג'יילן והוא ברומטר, וגם הוא חווה, היו לו התקפצויות בסוף, הוא משחק הרבה מאוד דקות, אין לנו את טי.ג'יי ולא את גור כדי לשחרר אותו, אז היום זה היה קצת שונה, כי הם שינו מצ'אפים, הוא כאילו היה צריך להיות החמש שלנו, הם שמו את אישו אנרייט על רומן, ואנחנו נעשה התאמות למשחק 3, ואני חושב שהוא יכול אפילו להיות יותר משמעותי, כי זה מצבים אחרים מבחינת תוכנית משחק. זו הייתה התגובה שלהם, זה עבד להם בטח בדקות הראשונות, לקח לנו זמן לעשות את ההתאמות, וזהו, וזה מה שמקסים ויפה בסדרה, שממשחק למשחק דברים הופכים אחרת. המבטים שהוא קיבל במשחק הראשון הם שונים לגמרי מהיום, אבל הוא מוצא את הדרך, והוא בתקופה טובה, אנחנו סומכים עליו.
תודה רבה.
תודה.
We're in a tough situation, lost the game, but I always do it for English for coach. I do it for English, okay. They know it. Tough situation, like I said. We're down 2-0, but we had some good moments in the game, but again, they scored 100 points, so we got to do better than that. And now we have nothing to lose. It's a do or die, so we got to step up and Sunday win the game.
הפסד הרבה יותר כואב הפעם. איך אתם תצליחו להתאושש לקראת המשחק השלישי? כי זה הפעם נראה הרבה יותר כואב, כי אתם חזרתם, הובלתם הפרש בגובה.
Yeah, it's a game of runs. We started with a good one, and then they came back. Offensive rebound, transition, stuff like this. So we have to do better on that stuff. Yes, it's a tough situation, but we fought. Like I said, we had some good moments in the game of fighting and hustling. So we gotta increase those minutes for the game on Sunday, and be ready for the fight. The series is still alive, and we believe we can change the situation.
עוז, ברכות על ההופעה שלך באופן אישי למרות ההפסד. ספר כמה אתה מרגיש טוב להגיע למעמד הזה של העונה כשחקן משמעותי בהפועל תל אביב, לתת רבע הרביעי כזה.
For me, the performance, it doesn't really matter. Like I want to win. I prefer to score 2 points and the team win in this situation, but I'm trying to do my best for the team. I didn't get well into the game. I lost a rebound at the start and then some stuff, but I'm just trying to do the best when I'm on the floor. So I knew that after the first half, if I go on the court, I have to pick up my intensity and make my open shots. But yeah, I've been in this situation before, and you just gotta give everything for the team to win. It doesn't matter who scores, who do what. In this situation, you just gotta win as a team.
עוז, אתה בדרך כלל מביא המון אנרגיות ומכניס באמת את כל החברים שלך לאיזושהי רמה מסוימת אחרת. איך אתה עושה את זה? איך אתה מביא את כל האנרגיות האלה פתאום ברגע שאתה נכנס מהספסל?
There's a lot of work during the years on the mental part of it. Be focused on what I can control, and I enjoy the fans. I enjoy big games, and I try to spread it to the other guys. And I just try to focus and be the best I can in every second I'm on the floor. I give my hardest punch, and I enjoy playing this level and this for trophies. I did it my whole career, so this is why I still believe. I've been through a lot of stuff, so I still believe we can change it. Thank you, guys.
ערב טוב עוז, אני חושב ששני המהלכים הגדולים שלך ברבע האחרון היו בעצם לסחוט עבירה תוקף מג'ימי קלארק ולקחת עבירה רביעית מלונדברג, שאנחנו יודעים מצב את הגארדים. אם אתה חוזר אחורה ל5 דקות האחרונות, איך לא הצלחתם לקחת מלונדברג עבירה חמישית? כי יכול להיות שזה היה משנה את כל המשחק.
Like we know that he have 4 fouls, he knows it also, so, and their coach, they're trying to avoid it. We try to force him to a 5th foul. But he's an experienced player, you know how to hide, but we got to do a better job on it. He did give us opportunities to attack the basket. Chris went to the basket again because he tried not to foul. And that's it. In my mind, it's still, I missed the last shot I took over there and could give us to down 1, and that's what I'm repeating in my head, not the plays before, but we got to do better for Sunday, and that's it.
Good evening, everybody. Obviously, the outcome is not good for us, but we came out to fight. It was evidently the way we approached the game, comparing with the game 1. As I said, unfortunately, now we're 2 down, but the series is open. So congratulations to Maccabi for this. But we're still gonna have a fire, the light on, in order to turn the series for the 4th game. So it's not going to be easy with 2 down, but at least we have shown to us that it was pity to not compete the way we can compete on the game 1, and we're now down 2-0. A lot of details could be changed, and we did change. I'm not going to get into the details. This is for coaches, a lot of X and O's. They will figure it out. We will figure it out with a lot of film. But the strategy was evidently in the beginning, and the run we had was great. But we don't have a team that is not experienced. We have a team that is experienced as well. And they came back, and it was a tie game, even though they took a lead on the third quarter by hitting 4 out of 6 3-pointers, if I'm not mistaken, and scoring 33 points. And that's the quarter that we gave up a lot of points. We kept believing, down 9, down 10, or so, whatever. We came back and we were there, but it was not enough. So, as I said, thank you for the fans. They came and they kept believing. It was very important that. And the banner they wrote that the future belongs to us. It says a lot. It says that this is what we're trying to build with Hapoel Tel Aviv, a culture, something that other teams had built for years. Having this ownership that keep it sustainable for the financial part in these difficult moments and in these difficult dates, it gives us a hope, and it gives a hope to the fans. And coming with that, such a banner is great. So I thank them from the bottom of my heart. They have to keep believing on a process of building a culture. Build a culture is not one day thing. It's not to be a star, winning something again, being lost from the scene. Building a culture, it takes time, it takes punches, it takes a lot of knowledge to gain throughout the difficult moments as well. But as I said, we have seen a tremendous change towards to the hustle, fighting, and everything, and that gives us the right to be even better on the game 3 and try to win. Yes.
As a coach, how do you tell your as a coach, how do you tell your team to keep their heads high after a difficult game like this one?
You said straightforward, and then you prove those words, you defend those words with actually you justify the words of keep the heads up with a film that never lies. The picture never lies, so we can see because we gave up again 100 points, and this is something that we need to take care. The 14-0 and the 100 points at the end, it's not the same, you know. But it cannot be just the boost of the 2 or 3 minutes, because the first quarter that we started 14-0, it ended 20-20. So it was 22-6, the run in between. And this game cannot be now played by one lineup for 40 minutes, as you understand. There's many other things that needs to happen. So there are details that we need to change. We did change from the game 1 to the game 2. So we need characters, we need balls, a lot of balls to play the third game. We know it's going to be tough. We know it's going to be a full gym from their side, but we're going to have our 1,000 fans as well cheering for us. Yeah.
Coach, good evening. Obviously a very difficult situation that your club is in right now, and you sound a bit as you may not have the ability to come back in that third game. Talking about the future already, looking ahead, obviously a very, very tough time that you're going through. How do you see, do you think you have what it takes to beat Maccabi Tel Aviv, or do you have enough character? Do you have enough desire? Do you have enough intangibles to go into this third game? Because game 1 and game 2, you just didn't have enough there.
Well, if I sound like you said, I apologize for myself. I didn't sound pessimistic, but I like the banner. So I would say the same if it was 1-1 now. You know, building a culture, it takes time. But I'm not trying to make the summary of the season, not yet, no. So I'm clear and loud, I'm telling you, we do have enough character, we do have enough to fight, and we will. Tomorrow we have, again, film. There is no day off. We're going to sit down, close in the locker room ourselves, analyze it for 3 hours, all the details, get on the court, have another practice, come back strong on Sunday. Now, do we have a lot of tangibles? All right, you know very well what we went through, but I'm not going to try to use excuses. But definitely, this team had won with a different roster in a different circumstances. But still we're here, and we keep believing. I mean, you know who've been missing. But I'm saying the most important is who we have right now. And those are the tangibles we have.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
Matan from Hoops. I wanted to ask, today the battle of rebounds was more divided and not that of a difference. I wanted to ask, was it aggression? Was it intention? Was it like the matchups that you did when Wainwright wasn't Sorkin, or was it aggression or mentality?
It was a combination of all what you said, because we cannot give up that much of to pound on rebounds, and we had an effort from each and every one. Like I'm not saying only the bigs. The rebound is also responsibility of the guards, because the guards they've been taking a lot of helps from the bigs. So a lot of times the bigs, they need to cover a bigger distance to come and box out or grab rebounds. So today, let's say Yam was, even though it's one of the smallest we have, he was present on rebounding, either because of tipping the ball, putting his body in the fire, and you know that was a consequence of the video and everything on the analysis. Now coming back to the days before game one, we did have the same analysis, and it's undescribable why we haven't paid that much attention of what we've been missing on the game one. But it's like, I'm not going to go back. I'm going to fall, but I'm going to fall forward. So I am from this theory. We're going to fall in life, for sure. We're not going to be always shiny days and, I don't know, brilliant days and everything. The thing is, if you want to build a culture and if you have to build a character, you need to fall forward. You need to learn from mistakes and moving on. So we prove that we have learned from the mistakes. Now, why we do the mistakes in the game one, that's another discussion, which we analyze as well, believe me. But it's all this, the different matchups, the defensive lineups. You know, sometimes also the zone, they played zone, we played the zone. The zone keeps you more connected with the person you have. If you use two players on the pick and roll, then you have more rotation. Then you might miss some of the box outs from the corners that they're coming on. But you see, the offensive rebounds that happened in the game one, 10 of 16 offensive rebounds came from the 1 to 3 position. So it means Joe D had 3. Brice said, you know, the guys that they play from 1 to 3, they had 10 out of the 16. 2, it was a team rebounds. So we're talking about 12 out of 16 being from the guards and from the team. So it's not always the size. You don't measure that with the size. I said, when you have size over here, and you play over here smart, you can go even your smallest one, because Joe D goes always on rebound. So it's not about the size as well.
Good evening, Coach. I saw what about Vasa Micic condition? He is very struggle in this series. He is today trouble with the 4 fouls, and he didn't play in the last minutes. So how do you manage to free him up to the next game when he will be in the regular Micic we know from this playoff? Because he struggled very much in this playoff, in this series. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I know. In regards to Vasa has a tons of experience. So he handles the ball well. But the game is not only the offensive part. Also defensively, he has a lot of alignments where they try to attack him, try to keep him occupied. He handles that well as well, and the team also. So, they're playing a lot. They're a lot focused on him, spending second player, third player, big bodies on him. They tried it with Yam. Today, Yam was find the way to drive the ball, kick, or score. So I think that the combination we have with 3 guards, or the 2 guards and a bigger body at the 3, it gives us a lot. And I trust Vasa, because Vasa is studying the game as well. He's going to watch the game alone. He's going to watch it with the coaches and with the team, and we're going to find the ways to find him better looks, because he has quality. And if some of those guys has a character and he's being through these tough moments, is him. Good.
כל כך אוהב אותו. נכון, אבל הוא עזר לנו לנצח משחקים בהגנה שלו. הוא לא היה שחקן כל כך גדול ברוטציה, כן? הוא היה. הוא היה יותר השחקן השני הסטרלי.
Guys, question for Jimmy. Guy, take the mic, please.
Good evening and good luck and congratulations for the win. What the coach say to you in the timeout when you? Yes. Okay. What the coach say to you when in the first timeout when you start the game 0-14?
You know, he just told us keep our composure, stick to the game plan. You know, basketball a game of runs, so they're gonna make theirs. So we just had to make ours. That was just our main focus.
Jimmy, can you describe O'Shea's effort in this series so far?
To describe his his effort, I'll just say that's grown man basketball. Like, you know, he's crashing the glass. He's playing physical on both ends. He's doing all the little things, and I feel like that equals up to the big wins.
Jimmy, congratulations on the win. Obviously, a tough night with the referees. There was a lot of fouls called both sides, a lot of ticky-tack fouls, and they swallowed the whistles the last couple of minutes. Obviously, emotional. You know, very emotional when you got fouled out there. How frustrating and difficult is it for you when you're trying to obviously give the best you can, and your kind of hands are tied behind the back?
You know, it's. I feel like that's just adversity. You know, it comes with the game. You know, we were expecting it to be a fair game called both ways. You know, we can't just put all the blame on the refs for those fouls. I feel like I have to stay solid on the defensive end, you know, and make sure I'm in the right positions and not put myself in position for those fouls. So I don't want to put all the blame on the ref, even though at the end of the day you could, but I'm going to take the accountability upon myself, and I'm pretty sure my team is going to do the same thing. So we're just going to take the games in our hands and not depend on the ref to call it our way.
Jimmy, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Next game, you have a chance to win a championship in front of your home court fans.
Mm-hmm.
How excited are you to be in this, you know, situation for in Sunday?
You know, very excited. You know, especially it's been a long season. You know, we went through a lot this season, a lot of adversity, ups and downs. And just being able to get to this point, 2-0 right now, and be able to try to finish with our fans feels something that's definitely worth the wait, especially with this long season that was ahead of us. So we're just looking forward to that game on Sunday.
Last two, please, over here.
Jimmy, congrats on the win. You played in the final series last season, but now you're playing in the final series with a totally different role.
Mm-hmm.
How good does it feel to look back a year ago and see what type of player you have become?
You know, it means a lot. You know, it's just knowing that never be complacent with where you at. You know, always looking forward to grow as a player, as a person, you know, as anything that I can be. So just looking back on that and coming to today, it's nothing but amazing, man. I just feel like I had a great group of guys, a great coaching staff, and most definitely a great organization behind me. So it means a lot to me to be in this position.
Good evening, Jimmy. I wanted to ask, as a foreign player, you have a connection with the fans. You know, we saw you hype up the fans from the bench. How the connect have become? How it happened? Like, you know, as a foreign player.
It's good. You know, being able to have fans like this, I feel like it's an advantage for anyone that does. So I just try to use it to my advantage. You know, I feel like with energy, it can't be created or destroyed, just distributed. So if we can use their energy on the court, I try to do anything to get that, for sure.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.